Hey gents, welcome back. It's the Devil Doc. I got another extremely riveting and exciting video to show you guys about the Robinson Armament Xcr-L. This gun's a beast. So get ready, here it comes. This is the 300 Blackout conversion. It's already installed in here. I have it loosely placed so I can show you a little bit about the gun. Or rifle, rather. But first, this rifle is a true multi-caliber platform, unlike the ACR, which is just a catalog filled with empty promises and dying dreams, really. Very disappointing. Something that had so much potential by the wayside, but enough with that sad story. Okay, so this rifle is available in a 5.56, 5.45 by 3.9, the 6.8 Remington SPC, the 7.62 by 3.9, and the 300 Blackout. One of these little beasts right here. A little bit about the company. Robinson Armament started producing these in like late 2006. This rifle's one of 700 out of 20,000 made. It has over 24,000 rounds through this particular gun right here. An excess of 20,000 with the 5.56 and 4,000 through the 300 Blackout conversion, which has been absolutely phenomenal. Now, what's nice about this rifle is you can tailor it to however you want to shoot. I mean, it comes in a variation of sizes. You go on a website, check it out. They have the micro, the mini, and this is the full size right here with a 9 3/4 inch barrel, a 12-inch 5.56 barrel in the background, and the conversion and the guts to go along with all these guns. This is pretty much all you need to have right here to run both these setups, and it's pretty sweet. I dig it the most. So this rifle has a lot of features that is yet to be found on even the newer modern LWRC rifles, the ACR, the SCAR. You know, as far as the ACR goes, what this thing has on it is adjustability and options. You can go from a 7-inch barrel to a 20-inch barrel in just about any caliber you want. You know, with a few exceptions. The trigger itself is silky smooth on this gun. Would I say it's a match trigger? No, but it's close. I'd say if you've ever shot a nice M14 trigger, an M14 or an M1A1, this is pretty much on par with it. It's got the 45-degree throw, which is really nice, and it's quick too. Not like the ACR, which has a 90-degree throw, and I'll show you that in a second. The big difference, and you guys can make your assumption right there. So here's your 90-degree throw. This gets in the way, indexes on your trigger finger, and this pretty much sucks. I mean, it hurts a lot of people's feelings to the point where they go to their gun and bust out the trusty Dremel and perform, you know, bathroom gunsmithing. Nobody's got time for that. If you're going to buy a $2,600 gun, shit should work. Work the way you want it to without having to take the Dremel tool to it. But if you want some support on that, and you do have one like me, we're unfortunate enough to spend the $2K on it, and $2K plus, and just go on ACR forum. They got all sorts of fixes and good shit on there to fix your gun and get it right. Now, this also has an ambidextrous bolt release that is smoother and requires less effort than the ACR. Side by side, you would think that you were looking at almost an identical version, but the XCR has been out since 2006. So to me, it's pretty much a copy. You know, if you talk to Alex about it at Robinson Armament, pretty much hates magpul because of that. But he didn't come right out and say that. It's just strongly hinted to. Now, this rifle is all aluminum, keeping the weight down while not giving up durability. The ACR is on a chubby side and is only roughly 50% metal. I had my rifle updated with a fast stock. This is a telescoping stock that has 8 positions here, and a cheek piece You can adjust for the kind of weld you want. I have mine in the highest position here. And it folds and locks with minimal effort. The Xcr is beating the ACR hands down with the stock. This is really durable, nice. It feels good. Doesn't snag. You can pogo off that all day long. I mean, the ACR stock is still nice, but it doesn't lock into place. It's just kind of in there with a pressure fit. And it's leaking parts on me right now. Fantastic. Okay. Back on track. The caliber changes are simple. You can do those out in the field with something like an inch-pound wrench, or just, this is what I like to use because it maintains the accuracy. There's literally no point of zero shift here. The advanced bolt carrier assembly that's first seen on the Xcr-M, that's the 308, 243, 260 Remington model. The bolt group has a safety design and a firing pin that pretty much eliminates slam fires. You can remove this, very similar to the AR-15 style bolt. The bolt back here has a spring which keeps the firing pin from just slamming forward. Works real nice. And this new bolt carrier system requires less gas to run. This is a 3-lug design for the bolt face, just like the AK-47, and it's pretty beastly. And along with the AK-47 style bolt, we have the long stroke piston system that's also used in the AK-47. This reduces recoil and increases reliability while making follow-up shots faster than a trigger reset. This is pretty badass. I like it way better than the short stroke systems. The cases are kicked out via the fixed serviceable ejector and throws the cases with an exceptional amount of authority. I wouldn't measure it in feet, how far it ejection, it's more like yards. So I use my brass catcher. Got a nice Cadwell brass catcher that fits right onto this Picatinny attachment on here on top of the rail. It's a really nice feature to have on here, especially if you reload. Just slide it on there like so. And it doesn't impede the rifle's function. I'd say it'd hold probably about 3 mags in here. Pretty reliably without screwing up operation. Your gun's going to get a little bit heavier though. I know some of you guys don't like that out there with flagellas for arms. Now the piston system runs pretty clean. It's not without fouling, as you can see. My hands are dirty. I haven't cleaned this gun in the last 600 rounds, so we do have some residue built up on here. You know, the dirty gun's a good-looking gun, especially if it's working. The system's boringly reliable. You won't have the joys of clearing malfunctions induced by a less hygienic operating system that still craps where it eats. Reliability and accuracy is also improved by the lack of extreme feed angles seen in the AR-15 based platforms. Similar to the ACR, extreme feed angles can deep seat bullets into the case, causing dangerously high pressure and also deform the bullets. The gas can be shut off for low-powered weight bullets and run like an ergonomic bolt action, using the non-firing hand to run the action. So here we go. I'm just going to show you the gas system right here. This is the new gas system. It's got 8 positions in here. I keep it on setting 4, and that will run supersonics really nicely with and without a suppressor. And I choose to keep it at 4 because I'm not going to run subsonics through a gun without a can on it. That's just... sorry guys, that's stupid. It's costly and you're not really getting anything. If you want a neutered gun, then stick to airsoft. I mean, that really sucks. you're not really getting anything from shooting subsonic bullets out of a suppressible rifle. I just don't get it. Explain to me. Hit it up on my page. Now, for the 300 Blackout conversion, this is the latest offering for the XCR. Why the 300 Blackout? Well, I believe it's a brutally effective cartridge that has exceptional capabilities in both super and subsonic varieties, making it desirable for both NFA and non-NFA offerings. There's not much that can stand up after being hit with a 125 grain bullet going over 2,200 feet per second. I'm going to have to show you guys that's what I'm achieving out of this with 125 grain bullets with some hand loads and my magneto speed chronograph. Pretty nasty stuff. And there are actually published loads out there by major bullet manufacturers that'll tell you how to load that. And you can get it out of this length barrel. So, just going to show you a few things on here. I'm going to put this back together. You can do this out in a field with a long-handled hex wrench. But like I said, I prefer using the inch-pound wrench because it's accurate. You're going to get the same repeatable performance every time, taking a barrel in and out. My ACR, I'd find that the barrel would loosen up every 700 rounds or so. This gun, unlike an AR-15, really has zero play from the upper and lower receiver. You can't see any play in here. Here we go. We're going to actuate this. The bolt release. It's very simple to run. If I turn the gas off to setting 0 and I want it to run, let's say 100 grain buis over here that I have at a very low speed, turns this gun mouse fart quiet. Now, with this aim point scope on here, I'm seeing in a neighborhood of sub MOA accuracy, even with this. I mean, you guys are going to call bullshit on it, but I'll just have to show you in the video. Sub MOA accuracy with a 2 MOA dot at 100 yards all day long. And by Larry Potterfield's definition, I think that's an interesting gun. Now, what do I have on here in case you guys want to set yours up like mine and, you know, give it a go? This is the BCM Mod Zero grip. I got Troy tritium micro backup sights that are co-witness with the aim point perched on an American Defense mount. And I have a magpul paraclip in the back right here, which you can put a quick release sling mount in there, which I really don't dig those. I'll use my magpul MS3 sling. And I also have the magpul D-ring up here. The rail furniture is I think this is an ergo grip, and I have the Troy handguards, which I carefully cut to interface my hand stop. And you guys know the infamous AAC BRAKEOUT flash hider. You see me put this on a few rifles and some of my other videos. It just fixes the suppressor on here. Nice and tight. There you go. this is that Call of Duty look that all you kids have been wanting for Christmas, and now you have it. You have the mouse fart quiet, the Call of Duty look, flat dark earth. You can't beat that. Thanks for taking an interest in my video, and I plan on showing some videos later on. I'm gonna attach some videos to the end of this video of my wife shooting. And before you go, I'll show you guys the feed angle issue. This is a dummy round I use for action proving and just making sure everything's good to go. This is almost a straight feed from the magazine into the action. Do you see how shallow the feed ramps are right here? It's a straight push into the barrel. That really helps with the reliability that this gun offers. Got an ambidextrous bolt release over here too. And I'll show you the difference with an AR-15 as far as the feed angle goes. This has to climb up a considerable amount before it hits the barrel. Your bullets, the rounds are going to get gouged up, mangled, unless you go in there carefully and deburr the hell out of those feed ramps. But it's just it's as true as it is ugly. But hey, thanks for taking the time and watching my video and taking interest in my sweet ass rifle. I hope you guys stay tuned. I'm going to put some more videos out. Check out Robarms and Armament. If you guys are going to the SHOT Show, I think he's going to be there. Talk to Alex. He's a pretty phenomenal dude. And I look forward to seeing some of your feedback. Thanks for watching.